Hello, good morning, namaste. Today we're going to talk about fashion, in particular Indian shawls and scarves. First of all, I'll tell you what I'm wearing. So this shawl is, this scarf, not really a shawl, is the latest fashion in India. I bought it last year. It's machine made, but it's got lots of golden, it's linen, believe it or not. And it's got lots of golden and rosy bits, big roses with a look. At the end of last year when I was there. This is a Scotties, Marilyn Sainty, stretchy cardigan, doubled. And that would be, I don't know, I would have bought that in the 90s, I imagine, and I'm still wearing it. The dress are the earrings. Oh my goodness, I almost forgot to show the earrings. The earrings are little bells. They're Indian, and so whenever you wear, they're very fragile, they're made of glass. Whenever you go anywhere, you just kind of sound like the milkmaid. Bangles, of course, Indian. What else? The skirt is Trelise Cooper, vintage. I'll get up on a chair and show you. It has the most fabulous lining. It's Indian fabric. Machine embroidered Indian silk, and then it's done in many panels, and then the lining is truly extraordinary. It's full of all these flounces, so it's kind of Espanol meets India, and you can just pin it up if you've got a little brooch and wear it like that, or wear it down so that you've got this wonderful fullness in the skirt. Now, the next thing, the first shawl I'm going to talk about is this Kashmiri shawl, which is made from, Kashmir is, I bought this years ago. This is a real work of art, this shawl, and it's from Kashmir, made by a company called Andrab, based in Jaipur. And it's a very special technique where it's double woven. So there are two people weaving it simultaneously on both sides, so that it's the same one side, there's no back side to it. Incredibly fine work. All the colouring in it is natural dyes. So if you want red, you'll be using maybe pomegranate seeds. If you want yellow, you'll maybe be using saffron, that sort of thing. And the origin of the word shawl is Persian, shal, S-H-A-L. And so that's how they came to be called shawls. And Indian and Kashmir became very good at making these shawls when the Persians came down in about the 14th century into the north of India, and they taught the Kashmiris all their techniques. And then in the 18th century, European women were absolutely crazy about these shawls from India, and everybody was wearing Kashmir, to the point, because Kashmir is a very particular wool. It's the most expensive wool in the world. It comes from goats and sometimes antelopes, and it's the belly fur. So it's very soft and very rare. And if you haven't paid a lot of money for your Kashmir shawl, then it's not the real thing. It's quite easy to fake, and there's a lot of fakes around. So you really have to know its provenance. And then in the 18th century, women were so crazy about these shawls that the Indian suppliers couldn't keep up. So the English and the Scottish started copying them and making them from inferior wool. And it was called paisley. And that classic paisley design is actually the design of a bodum tree, an Indian tree. I'll just show you this. This has got a slight business of paisley on it. The paisley, it's very classic. It's that sort of twirly thing. This is a shawl that was made in Jaipur. It is wool. It's hand dyed and hand tie-dyed. And then on top of that, they have embroidered this fabulous electric yellow design, which is reminiscent of paisley. So that's an absolutely heavenly thing. Keep you warm in the winter coming up. The next thing I've got on my list is, this is from Raza in Jaipur. It is a very beautiful, very light scarf, which is hand block printed. All the little dots are the block printing, and then on top of that they have painted with gold paint. They've painted a design by hand, and then on top of that, into the gold painting, they have embroidered. So it's a truly, truly wonderful piece. This is also Kashmiri. This is just to illustrate the true shape of paisley. That's wool. This is not cashmere. This is a completely different thing. This is Kantha work, which is from Gujarat. And in Kantha work, they do it, it's all embroidered, usually on silk, it can be on cotton. And it's all done with a running stitch. The entire embroidery is running stitch. So this one has got birds and flowers on it. And if I go up really close, you can see that there's nothing complicated. It's all just a running stitch. But you have to have the patience to sit there and do that hour after hour. And Kantha work was originally invented to save old saris, to recycle them. And so what the women in the villages would do, this is an example of one, they would take two old saris and sew them together. See, we've got a yellow sari here, we've got a red sari there. And you would sew them together with this tiny running stitch. And that's all it is, just rows and rows and rows of running stitch. This is another example of a silk shawl that has been block printed as well as embroidered. This is a very common thing. I mean, the skill is absolutely unbelievable in India. India produced the most fabulous textiles, the most fabulous shawls in the world, of course. Can you hear me ringing? I'm coming. So this is a fabulous purple silk one that has been block printed. No, tie-dyed. This has been tie-dyed. And then on top of that, into that, they've started embroidering things. Such a joy to wear. And the last one I'm going to show you is a classic Rajasthani one. You know, the Rajasthani, lots of states in India are very good at embroidery. The Rajasthanis are particularly fabulous. This is a silk one that is hand blocked and very, very fine. You know, it's transparent. And they wear them either just like this, over their shoulders like that, or they wear them. I never wore scarves till I went to India, and when I saw how beautiful and graceful Indian women looked in them, I started wearing them. Or they will often wear them like this. They'll have their kurta underneath. They'll wear it like that. They might wear it like that. You can carry babies in it, of course. Very, very handy for carrying babies in. You can, if a man comes along, you can cover your head up and wear it like that. So it has many uses. And that's my little lesson on shawls for today. Thank you very much. Namaste, and see you next time.